Keithos is here with another Swarm Mutation guide. This one to show you that the Urchin isn't quite completely useless. Urchin is interesting, that has the absolute worst HP but decent arcing fire. HP is 65 base. Its mines are kind of horrible as they have just 1 HP, so cleaners can shoot, melee, or even just bash them. Though the raw damage of 2.5 to up to 6 in early rounds seems low, the ability to cluster multiple mines together can result in surprisingly good DPS at times. How bad is Urchin? Let's just say I only played for fun. In just about every situation the Urchin will work well, the Wretch would have done better. I've played a lot, and I can confidently say that Urchin selected on the team means the cleaners will survive an extra minute or two. That, it's low health, and the cleaners being able to nullify your attack means it's F tier, or garbage in any competitive sense. If you could see exactly where the mines go, like the Wretch reticule shows, it's puke, and if there was an alternate fire to simply land and not bounce, maybe it could be good. Possibly even almost B tier. But if you do want to play Urchin, be a mosquito. Rarely lethal, but damned annoying because it's always distracting or pricking you. Always be firing mines, and get close if the situation allows. Only reveal yourself when it's way more important for the cleaners to be shooting that Shredder or Tallboy than taking the time to send rounds your way. Here's a round 1 against some decent opponents. Note the distance here from the start, just barely out of line of sight, so I can try to get some shots on them, and they can't really do anything to me unless they want to throw a grenade. If they want to throw a grenade, great, good trade. I'm going to try to shoot between all the cleaners, not try to direct hit any particular cleaner, typically. The crusher there is great for the Urchin because not only can you hit the crushed cleaner so long as he's held on the ground and out of the air, but the other cleaners will generally be standing still very close to the crusher and they definitely won't be trying to shoot you. Nice pull by the Shredder, so you can toss in mine after mine and usually get a bunch of hits on several of them. Even more so than the other Stinger classes, Urchin must play it safe. At least it has the indirect attack to do so. Think of the Urchin as a more mobile Wretch that attacks more frequently. Those are the two ways it's better than the Wretch, so exploit those advantages. 1, be where cleaners don't expect you or can't deal with you, and 2, always be annoying them. Yeah, and I'm just hanging out, try to harass them a little bit. There's a good direct hit. If I can predict where they will be going, it's pretty easy to put a couple mines in the place where they will be walking. There's a lot of misses, sure, but it causes them to focus on navigating and not shooting me or the other specials, if they have to walk around those. Minor mistake, accumulating more than 100 mutation points. Gotta remind yourself to periodically halt in a safe place and spend them. Covering my tracks. Anytime you gotta be booking out of there, make sure that you periodically turn around and shoot a mine or two right on the ground behind you. Again with the crusher. See if I can get a few mines down there. Direct hit. Upgrade the other classes first, but eventually give yourself some good upgrades. Back to my comfort spot. The first critical upgrade for Urchin is Utility 2, which makes mines much larger, so you can far more easily hurt cleaners. After that, work toward Offense 2, ramping damage, and then you'll have a good time when cleaners don't yet realize they can no longer freely ignore your mines anymore. Watching for the Shredder to pull. If I can make a mine land underneath where the Shredder's going to pull, put the mines right between all them, it'll slow them down against somebody. More crusher, more distraction. Because the mines are kind of crap, Urchin makes up for this with the ability to attack constantly from out of line of sight, and both the Urchin itself and each mine has a high rate of fire. After those upgrades, go for Defense 1 Lifesteal, Offense 3 for Mine HP, 30 rather than 1, or Utility 3 Improved Slow. Which to pick depends on the skill of the opponents. Choose Lifesteal if they're hitting you a lot but you're still hurting them, Offense if they're killing your mines, or Improved Slow if neither of those. Needless to say, if they're shooting you and you're not hurting them, don't be Urchin. And here's a favorite shot of mine that I ever made. Wow. Sorry, let's see that again. And that's the end of the round. 238, not a great time, but it's all you can really hope for with an Urchin. Now on to a round 2. I'm being shot at, I think. I'm up, they see me, I'm down. These cleaners are more aggressive at shooting me than in the last clip, so I must evade more. Even when they're busy, anytime I go in close, it's toss, leap, toss, leap. Urchin is so fragile you can't afford to let them train weapons on you for one accurate burst. Yes, you can toss mines uphill. Get directly behind the cleaners when possible. It may be the only way to get mines to stick to some locations. It's safe for me to be in the open while they're shooting a Tallboy for a while, then move. Oops, fire. Maybe if I buy a lifesteal real quickly, but low chance. Urchin is considerably upgraded, so I'm spending on Shredder defense rather than Stinger family. Urchin is just so touchy. With base 65 HP being the lowest, you might be tempted to upgrade defense 2 ramping health, but even with that, HP maxes out at only 125 at full stacks, still less than Exploder's 200 HP. If there's another Stinger family player, sure, and then you'll probably want defense 3 leap defense, but your main defense is being wily. If there's even one excellent sniper, Urchin just won't work. I'm up, he sees me, I'm down. Finishing off the in-cap for the Tallboy. All Stinger classes are mobile, so prioritize the red cleaners for the in-caps and the extra points they yield. You can always get to them much faster than any Tallboy or Reaker other than Wretchpus. Urchin can get very close during revives, briefly. Got the in-cap here, but good cleaner shot, so I'm dead. Spending more points on Reaker defense and then points towards almost upgrading recovery for the additional mine HP. Make sure that if you're the only Stinger player, don't upgrade offense for Kill Frenzy. It seems to have no effect on Urchin. Yes, you can shoot under this as a cleaner, as Stinger, as Hawker, Urchin, maybe Wretch, I doubt it. To wrap this up, using Urchin means you'd better be able to survive well as cleaner, but it is fun. Maybe we'll see some improvements to Urchin down the road. Until then, enjoy it and good luck.